Welcome to We Are the Lucky Ones podcast, a production of our 501c3 nonprofit organization. Our mission is to document the fan experience at live music events. One way we fulfill our mission is this very podcast. Our operation depends entirely on volunteers, sponsorships, and donations from generous fans like yourselves. If you are curious about how to get involved, we would love to hear from you. WATLO podcast at gmail.com or wearethelluckyones.org. Now, a word from our title sponsor. We Are the Lucky Ones would like to sincerely thank Higher Love for their incredible sponsorship. Located in northern Michigan, Higher Love specializes in top-quality, organic, plant-based medicines. Please visit their website to learn more about their products and philosophies, as well as locations. If you find yourself in the old neighborhood, check out their unique retail experience, including custom art, curated music, and a highly knowledgeable staff.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to We Are the Lucky Ones podcast. Jeffrey and Danny are back here as your two co-hosts, and today we have three amazing Widespread Panic fans on board with us to talk about fan art. So without further ado, I'm going to let them introduce themselves, maybe provide a little Widespread Panic fun fact history for them. Emily, do you want to kick us off?
Sure. My first show was April of 99. And I think I'm like almost at 300. I hope to hit 300 by next year. My favorite show was probably Halloween, 10/31/01, when they played Joe's Garage and Ball of Confusion, and that was like just a show to be like, pinch myself if I was there. I'm excited to be in Atlanta for New Year's and see what next year brings with hitting that 300 show.
Yeah, we'll have to celebrate. And where are you located?
I'm in Florida. In Central Florida, Orlando area.
All right, Brad, you want to go next?
Sure. Brad Walker. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. Been seeing the boys since I was at Georgia Southern in 98. My first show was when I heard about them in 98, and then went a year later in 99 to Charleston. And I'm probably 230-ish in number of shows, and seeing more probably now than ever. Just in a better place in life to be able to, but being in Georgia we were always central to a lot of opportunities to see them in the Southeast, and that's how it's been since the pandemic too, I guess. But my favorite show is that 2000 New Orleans run was definitely in my mind as well, when they were doing It's Getting Hot in Here and all that. But putting a favorite's pretty tough. It's always the next one. And next one's going to be Mexico for me. I got to miss New Year's. I work at a music venue, so New Year's Eve is an important day to work.
Where do you work? At the Poorhouse?
Yep. I'll be there 20 years in January.
Wow.
No way. I got to experience a Grateful Wednesday, or what is that what you call it?
Yeah, Dead on the Deck. Yep. Yeah, those have been popular for maybe well over a decade now.
It was actually inside. The weather was bad enough. I think it was in like January.
Yep, we move them inside some if we're going to get a cold winter, but in Charleston it doesn't always happen.
Yeah. It was awesome. It was a family affair. You could tell.
Absolutely. It is definitely a community there, and Poorhouse in general, and then the Dead community specifically, for sure. Charleston has a great Panic community as well. And a lot of the guys work behind the scenes. They live here too, so
that's awesome.
the roots are definitely here.
Totally. All right, Scott, bring us home.
All right. Well, between these two, I'm more of like a noob. I'm only at like maybe I think I'm at 125 shows. But my first show were the Horde Tour shows in 92, 93. I saw them in Hazlitt, New Jersey, and then Jones Beach, and then there were quite a few in between on the following year. But I want to say that I really picked up steam in 2005. I caught my last George show in Boca Raton, Florida, Meisner Park. Um, and then the following year, I went to the BJCC, and I want to put that as definitely one of my top five. It's very, very hard to pick a great first best show. Savannah Halloween 23 really sits pretty high for me. That's pretty much top tier. All that Black Sabbath, Pink Floyd. I mean, it just it was just so memorable, and I'm just so glad that was my first Halloween. All the times I've been trying to go, so I was supposed to go to New Orleans. I think 2019 was they brought it back, and I wasn't able to make it. So health has kind of wavered my ability to go, and yeah, the last 5 or 6 years I've been able to do what I wanted to do all this time along. But I also, I mean, I started with like Blues Traveler in '87 and going to the wetlands in New York City. And then I saw Fish there in '89. And then The Dead in Albany, Dozing at the Nick, Spring '90 are my first Dead shows. So I kind of backed into Widespread Panic. I had seen them a bunch of times, but I didn't actively tour, or I never really toured, but I didn't actively go specifically to see them until like the early 2000s. So I kind of missed that 97, 99 window, the heat.
That is indeed the heat. Well, thank you. Thank you, all three of you, for being here. So this episode, we're talking about fan art. And I would just love to hear each of your stories. I'm sure Jeffrey will interject with a question or two while you're kind of sharing. Scott, I guess I'm curious when you kind of started incorporating art with your live music fandom, given that you saw other bands before, was it something that you incorporated with Blues Traveler or the Grateful Dead?
So the way it transpired for me was I don't remember where I went, but I remember seeing someone wearing a Heineken Hatfield shirt. And I thought to myself, that's a cool idea. And then I saw someone wearing a coconut Malibu t-shirt. And I was like, fuck, that's so cool. Excuse my language. I was like, damn, I could do that. And it was like a couple of years later that I finally was able to plan to go to Red Rocks. I was going to make it to Mecca. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to throw my stuff out there. I'm going to throw my ideas out there. So I put together this whole slew of designs. I didn't do any research to see what was done, thinking, I never thought to myself, there's 30 years or there's 20 so many years of people thinking of things like this, that I might come up with an idea that someone else had. So I put a bunch of them out there, like 20, 25 different designs, my Blue Indian, the Radio Child, and a whole bunch of other ones. And a couple of them ones did turn out to be something that other people had done. So I did get an initial pretty good response of people. I also didn't know where I could post and where I couldn't post. So I put this post on Widespread Panic Family, and it got a lot of traction. And then someone I don't need to name kicked me off, or kicked that post off. So that got lost. Like I was trying to keep track of those people, see who might be interested, because I didn't have any way of, but I also wasn't friends with anybody, right? And someone's like, who the hell is this guy? Like, they thought I was a troll, and then people started to give me a hard time. And then there was someone that asked, there was a popular design back in the day, a Hauser, looked like Hoover, the vacuum cleaner company. It just says Hauser, like in a certain font, looks like the logo. And someone was like, "Oh, I love this shirt. Is anybody out there that could make this again?" And I was like, "Sure." And I put it together in like 5 minutes and I put it up there. People came for me like sharks. Don't you understand lot etiquette? That's so 1990s. Do something original. Like, it almost made me not want to do it at all. And then there were quite a few people, friends of mine, who kind of came to my rescue and were like, "Dude, what the hell?" Like, you mean he's stealing something that someone else stole from somebody else? Like, so um, I eventually, was able to, create, uh, uh, a few things that I brought to shows. People started to like them. And then as I did that, I started to be people that were a lot more OG, people that were much deeper into the fan base, people like Jeff Morris. Um, and then Jeff knew Eric, and Eric Draper eventually saw what I was doing and liked what I was doing. And he gave me my opportunities to do. I did a shirt for St. Augustine. I did a shirt for the first year that they were in the Orion. I've made like 6 different coins, and I've made quite a few other designs that they put on official merch. So I never did. I mean, it was a dream. It was like, oh man, I'd love to be able to do something for the band, but never really thought I would, you know. One, because I've kind of come in late to the game. I don't really know Lopez or any of the people in the band, or I'm just not that close. So I'm thrilled to have gotten a shot. And I think it's really cool that this band makes that kind of opportunity for not just me, but lots of fans. Which I think is, I mean, I could never do that for Fish or the Dead. So that's why I didn't really do it before. Like, I just felt like, who am I? I'm not Chuck Berry or Lucchesi. I'm just another guy. And I'm not even like, I don't know. I didn't feel the inclination until I saw an opportunity with something that was in my skill set. That makes sense to me. So, and I'm grateful. I really am. I've met some amazing people, two of which are sitting right in front of you, or sort of, and quite a few others that I feel like I'm closer to them than I am to my own family. So that's it, pretty much in a nut.
And it makes sense. I think Panic has a ton of creative people. It's just almost a natural thing for us all to be, finding each other and not being alone and creating, art in our way. But seems like it just flows out of a lot of people in this community in different ways. But yeah, it's been a pleasure working with you. I think you put out great work, and you work harder than anyone else I know on it, and
it's anyone else.
The only way I know
deserving.
How to I love back, like the intensity or the amount of effort and time that I put into things is the only way I can show how much all this really means to me.
I think that's definitely one reason I think we all do it, is just to kind of give back in our own way and just to be because we are thankful for where we are. We are the lucky ones, and
it's definitely not for the money. I ain't getting off of it.
I
never wanted to, even if I could.
Oh, I mean, giving away stickers is not profitable.
Yeah, definitely not cheap.
No, it's definitely not cheap, especially now. I mean, I can, like, people are like, "Oh, why didn't you do this before?" And I said, "I don't know." 10, 15, 20 years ago, you could go out and buy 100 shirts for about 50 or 60 bucks. And printers weren't that expensive. Now it's costing you $14 a piece to make t-shirts, unless you're making 100 of them. And most of us don't have that kind of, liquid income to sit on inventory and go to a show unless you're either actively touring. And that's why places like Threadless are great. Yeah, you don't make as much, but it's a whole lot easier, and I don't have to deal with fulfillment. And if there's an issue with the shirt, the sizing, the whatever, just call the customer service, you know?
Yeah, so maybe Brad, you mentioned Threadlist before we started recording. Maybe you can share with us kind of what that is and when you got involved.
Yeah, Threadless I found through the home team guys and Lucheski. He has his shop there, and I've got a ton of maybe all of his shirts. But that's where I got my idea when I was looking at all these designs, and I'm thinking how easy it is just to upload a design and let them take care of the rest, which is what their idea. I guess they call it drop printing. Um, and so, yeah, it's great because for someone that isn't trying to run like a business like that, you just have ideas and you just have designs. It's just outlet to get people to wear them, and it's definitely we're making like $1 or $2 off the shirts for the most part, and it's not like that's the goal. It's just the goal is just to um, spread art and just to make art and to get it people to excited about it, and then the byproduct is while you're making it, you're looking up that song history, that song lyric, you're reading into it, you're trying to find how to put it on paper, how to you know to portray that feeling, and that's the fun, and that's what we get out of it. I think that's what we get out of it. It's not money. It's just a deeper connection with the band, the music, and each other and the fans.
It's that perfect blend of it's very sublime, like if you know, kind of thing.
Mm.
I show people will look at my shirts. Like I have a Hatfield Metallica shirt, looks like Ride the Lightning. And I've had a ton of people go, "Oh man, I love Metallica." They don't read that a Metallica thing is Hatfield, and that there's a huge note eater on it, and it's like that's how I knew I'd do a good job.
Mm-hmm.
That it's the Easter egg. It's only if you're a fan that you could really pick up on, and not all of it is like that, but that is definitely the intention that when you pick a song or you pick a lyric, it's that intertwinedness of the art and the idea behind it that coalesces into someone's gonna go, oh, that's freaking awesome, dude. I love it. That's what we do it for. I do it for that.
Yeah, and then you wear it because you want to walk down the street and some
Right.
Panic fan that sees it, and you're like, "Oh yes, you met your next friend." It's like
Exactly. I had the Hatfield Morton's girl shirt on, and I had like 11 people stop me. Oh man, I love that shirt. And I was like, I'd like to tell you who made it. Like I couldn't remember who I bought it from. And but that's it. That's exactly it. And I know the first time I saw someone in the crowd wearing one of my shirts, like it was real. It wasn't just like I make stuff and mail it off to people, and there's 10 people across the country that own one of my t-shirts, and that was the coolest, that was the greatest feeling ever. It was like, it wasn't a shirt, it was one of my shirts. It wasn't like a band shirt or anything like that. Yeah, that was.
So Brad, when did you start making art?
My first sticker, was I guess when Trondasa came to Charleston, I just hand drew a heart with Trondasa written in it. It's kind of funkily, just hand drawn, and to me that was just signifying because I had to dive into Trondasa. It's like it wasn't a familiar song or anything. Colonel Bruce, one of his that they had maybe played once or twice, and it was in like a weird setting, not like it wasn't just I don't think they just played it like, it is kind of an obscure song. So anyway, I looked it up, and it's basically his love for the woman that raised him. And so it was like, to me, I was just trying to give Panic fans an idea of what Trondasa is going for, and where it comes from, and so heart signifying it just seemed basic, and anyway, that ended up being, now it's available on the shop now too, and it's the first one that I put up there, and it was one of the only ones that I've hand drawn, and since then I've reached out to Scott and made it look way more professional, and so yeah, that, I guess that was, when was that, 2016? No,
Yeah, 2016. Yeah,
it was Trondasa. So yeah, we're looking almost 10 years of
I really
heavy sticker designs.
uh,
I don't know if Trondasa will be back, but
I don't think so, but it
no.
would. There
I
used to
like I like it all being Panic anyway. All the
yeah,
other, it was fun to have a guest here and there, but I like a pure Panic.
I don't know, some of those long Wani sets where they play like 180 minutes straight
Hey,
really could not be beat.
I'll take a Wani
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
for sure.
that place more than anything.
So, Brad, is that kind of more your shtick, where you're like, you get a little bit nerdier, like you look up the lyrics, or like there's some
Absolutely.
connection, there's some like inner meaning to find?
Oh yeah, I think that's definitely part of the fun. Is just, you can't always make that happen, but when you can, I mean, Scott and I'll just go down that rabbit hole of just how many Easter eggs is too many. It's like,
What's an
uh,
example of one with a bunch?
um,
I'd like to show her my Mercy one if you'd like.
of course.
I made for Halloween. Well, I made the design a lot. It took me 4 years to put this together. Excuse me. Um, and when I knew that I was going to Halloween, I was like, I gotta finish this. So I had come up with this idea to do like a heavy metal Panic, like, and I'm a huge metal kid. I was a huge metal kid as a youngster. So I'm not sure how I can drop this in the chat. Can I put it in the chat?
Sure. Or while we're looking for that to pull it up, Emily, maybe we can jump to you and you can kind of share your fan art story.
Yeah, so I kind of got into making the most art just recently in the last 3-4 years. I did make t-shirts back in 2002 for UNO Halloween run, but didn't really get in much into it until I met Scott in New
My
York
fault.
City. It is. That's where I got my passport and really dove into the passport group. That originated in 2019 by Art O'Leary, and recently, like just in the last week, he passed the reins to Candace Pritchett. But that beacon run in 22 at StickerCon, where a lot of us trade our stickers that we make. Yeah, so I bought a pen from Scott that day and got my passport. And since then, I've been a kisser for a bunch of runs. It's kind of a obsession, and making the art. So anytime I'm involved in the art, I message Scott, hey, what do you think? And we're always in a group chat, and everybody's shooting out their ideas. And then that's what I love about Scott. Like, I'll be like, I want this, this, and this. He's like, give me a minute, and then all of a sudden I get his. It's like perfect, exactly what I wanted.
So Emily, you're a past kisser, right? Is that what?
Yes.
Yeah. And so, what does that entail, or why do you enjoy doing it?
So the mission of the Past Kissers is meeting people, building community, and I've met, like Scott said earlier, like I don't have many friends outside the Panic community. All my best friends are people I've met through either past kissing or just going to shows.
Maybe just give a quick synopsis for the uninitiated about the passport program in general, maybe kind of like
Right.
where
Yeah.
where it came from or
So during the shows, well, we haven't had passports recently to give out, but every pass kisser is given 3 passports, and you're supposed to find the person that you think would be, the most deserving and wanting to, gung ho for panic and spread out these passports. Anybody can have a passport that wants one. It's not
Great.
an elite group. It's not. No one is turned down. Um, and then when we try to get volunteers, we'll post on Facebook who wants to be a pass kisser for Playa, who wants to be a pass kisser for New Year's, and people will comment, I do. That's when back in the day it would be like 10, 12 people that'll, and usually there's like 3 to 4 pass kissers per run. So they would have to do like lotteries to see who was picked to be a kisser. Or, Art would be like, well, you did it, 2 shows ago, so let's have so and so do it. Or remind me and I'll get you on the next, whatever. So he was pretty good about dividing out who was going to be the kissers. Right.
how long have the passports how long has this been going on?
17,
Since
18?
2019.
Oh, it started in 19?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
They give
2019.
passports out at
Started
Playa now when you check in, right?
Those are different.
Oh,
So the passport itself is like a little stapled.
So
I must admit that
Looks
oh,
just like
oh my goodness. That
They're
is
Looks just like the Playa one.
Right.
Wait, so say someone else copycatted it and made one? Like
Art. Our buddy Art.
what? That is sick.
Right.
now show them
Yeah, so what's it look like inside?
show the inside.
Okay.
So
So
glad you
this is
brought
like
one.
storytelling.
Wow.
Oh wow, is that
Every
the Blues
passport
Brothers?
is numbered.
That must have been Chicago.
Chicago, I
I
see
did-
Red Rocks.
My buddy Bill, his passport is 1013. He's the lucky one that got that one.
But yeah, it's just like going to countries and you just get your passport stamp. And,
Exactly. This
Yeah.
is the Mikey stamp. Art has this one. Well, I guess Candace will soon. It's not a show stamp. It's like a special stamp that I finally met Art in Milwaukee 23, I believe, and he brought it with him, and I was able to get this one. So I put it on the first page. This is,
I believe if they send that to you, he'll put that and put. Is that where your number is? Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Candace now, like you can send, if you miss a bunch, you could ship her your passport, and the shows that you missed, and she doesn't have it yet,
She'll have
but
the
she's gonna
archive.
have like boxes of stamps. We have an archive stamp for each run. So the kissers will do the artwork, order the stamps, kiss the run, and then the archive stamp is shipped to like the main person, and then future passports when they need to catch up, if new people, they can send it to them.
Kissers, they do have a job. I mean, that is to me.
It's a labor of love.
I've been intimidated to volunteer because
My
Yeah, I
friend
mean-
got way overwhelmed at Red Rocks. I felt bad for her.
yeah,
It
I
was
mean,
too
people
much.
pulling you in every direction. I can imagine, and you're trying to put yourself out there, so you're just hanging out somewhere for a long time, and it's just that doesn't. People are on vacation; they don't want to be tied to one spot or be working. So, I mean, anybody that wants to do it, it's like more power to these people. But and it takes. It's good that everybody finds somewhere to give back and I think the people that do it do have fun with it. But if they don't, I'm like, just give it to one of the vendors because they're stuck here anyway. They're working. They're not on vacation. Give it to the vendors,
Right.
and then they're just going to be there anyway. So they're going to attract business to that table and everything. And that could always be another avenue. And when we're trying to find a passport kisser, we're never
We
not
ever
going to
have
have
a booth,
one.
you can use our place as a meetup.
Right.
I think the other draw to this, especially, the commiseration, yes, meeting fans, seeing your friends and so forth. That's absolutely paramount. But it's also, in this new age where we don't have concert tickets anymore, it's like that one thing that's enduring, like I was there, you know? It's just,
So
I
is the
mean,
And to
date in the stamp?
yeah,
sometimes.
usually.
Yeah.
Wow.
Try to like the indie stand. Like I have my
I don't think I put the
also
dates
from
in that one, did
Scott.
I? Did I not put the dates in that one?
Most of them you do, but
As
this
long
one
as there's a year, I think that'd be
That,
the most
that
there's a
important.
one was
year
that one was literally done in like 10 minutes. They called me up. They're
last
like, "We need
minute.
one today." I was like, okay.
That's
And
the example of how the last year has been
yeah,
rolling.
but like
Right.
ordinarily, there's a little more time and thought and put into them, and yeah, and everything always is trying to relate to the experience. Where it is something like the one I did for the cat. Everything about that place is about the squirrels. So part of it, there's a little cake in there. It's an Easter egg. If you know, you know. If you don't, it's just another piece of the stamp, and you won't know.
Speaking
But
of
most people
Easter
do
egg, I
know.
have.
So if you look at it, all the silhouettes of the band members are in all the windows. Jimmy's in the bottom left, JB's up top, then Dave's over to the right. I got um I got Mikey up top there, and that's
Sunny.
that's Sonny,
Mm-hmm.
right? The address is 1013. There's pigeons on the roof. There, if you zoom in on the bottom left-hand corner, I don't know if you can do that or not.
Those shops.
Yeah, but there's a little Conrad the Caterpillar on the little sign there.
Oh yeah.
Um, Jimmy and Dave's Wizard in the Corner guitar shop. Joe Herman's Blackout Blues Bar. If you zoom all the way onto the girl, the waitress's name is Sharon. You won't be able to see it.
She's
No.
got a bowl full of lightning, I can tell.
And look, it's 52 and 54.
Yeah.
And she's holding a ribs and whiskey.
Oh, it's risen whiskey. Okay, I thought it was a bowl full of lightning.
No, no, she's holding ribs and whiskey. And then there's a black cat in the window on the right hand side. And I redrew all of this. Everything in there is me. I did not like Photoshop this onto an Iron Maiden album cover. See the little black cat next to the butt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
What's
But I
this
did leave
symbol?
that's the Iron Maiden symbol.
Oh, okay.
That's on the cover of every one of their albums. It's their own Easter egg. And that little mat there,
Yeah.
that I made that for Michael Bates. And I just threw it in there because it just looked good.
Like you made him an actual mat.
Yeah, like he sold welcome mats.
That's hilarious.
Is this all done on?
Illustrator.
Okay.
And I made t-shirts for Savannah, and they played Mercy and I cried.
Is this a Homer Simpson face?
Um, you know what? So this is why I was telling you it took like 4 years to do. I had most of the design done, but trying to make the Node Eater, which is a two-dimensional profile image,
Oh,
into a three-dimensional Eddie-ized version of it was near impossible for me.
right.
I looked around and I found a Homer Simpson Iron Maiden face. So I
Okay.
kind of redrew that because it works. It's perfect. His head is the same shape. And then I
Right.
kind of put the same kind of hair from the album cover on the dreadlocks. And a couple people noticed it, but most people didn't. Um, I think it's pretty obvious, but I didn't
It's
think,
the note eater.
yeah, but I didn't think it really mattered. It was supposed to be the Note Eater as Eddie, basically.
Right.
Amazing.
And you can't tell me that guy's not begging for mercy.
That
So
is super.
this came to me like a bolt of lightning, and I was like, I got to make this.
And we love Homer.
And we love
We
it.
do. So what did this end up on? The sticker,
No,
t-shirt?
it's a t-shirt. It's a t-shirt. That's
How
the
many of these is it so it's a limited run? How many of these are in existence?
I have one.
I still have. I reran. I sold about 70 of them, maybe 75 of them, and then I reprinted them because I wanted to be able to sell them not as an event T-shirt because not everybody went to Halloween.
Right.
Now I have a version of the same shirt where on the front it's like a pumpkin with a Mikey carved out of it, but it doesn't have like the dates or the Savannah
Okay.
Halloween written on it. So yeah, that's
Amazing.
about 100 hours worth of time. It took me that
And this
100 hours.
Wow.
Widespread Panic fan art isn't any of the three of you, like your job. This is like a hobby.
Absolutely.
That's my job. I've tried to make it my job.
Hmm.
Like I would work for Brown Cat if I could, if they would hire me. Um, but it, like I said, doing stuff for the band has been is a dream come true. It really couldn't, you know, like I'm part of their history now. No one can take that away from me.
Absolutely. And the show, do you know those show coins they sell at the merch booth? Was that that's a relatively recent
I actually think that started in 19, yeah, 18 or 19, the New Year's Atlantis, the first coin.
right.
Do them for every show.
They do it now, yeah, but it was just kind of a random idea that came up, do you think? They just were like, let's make a scarf, let's make coins. Who knows? You know?
Socks.
Well, it's an easy thing to collect. You throw it in your pocket. You don't need a
Right,
poster tube.
So initially,
right,
And
they
it's
And it's
were
another
less
15
expensive.
bucks.
Yeah.
they were getting like real artists like Zoltron and Emic did one, and just a handful of people. And there were only a handful of them. Like New Year's they did one, and then the following New Year's they did one, and then a couple of like Halloween they did one, and it was only I want to say right around 2019 that it started to become almost an every show type of thing.
right.
And a
And
lot
then
of
they
those
came out with like a band
coins,
member series of coins.
Mhm.
Bradford, you've done the poker chips, which I have a lot of.
Yes, I've done two, and yeah, they're fun. They're a nice way to reuse designs and throw them on there. And I actually bought a bunch of stickers and made my own poker chips one time with just like Goodwill poker chips and the right size sticker, and just went
Mhm.
through it and put stickers on them. But yeah, that's a whole other avenue is the poker chips, and I've definitely got a ton of those now.
I can
Um,
definitely tell you that these people who are far more steeply entrenched in the panic community than I was we would probably never have crossed paths. Or if we did,
it's
it
true.
would have been in passing, hey man, nice to meet you, never to be seen again type of thing. So for me, it has been the birth of so many wonderful friendships that I probably would never have had otherwise.
And creating so much meaning for people that you probably haven't even met that ended up with a sticker or a shirt that to them holds that meaning, that memory. Somewhere right now someone has that shirt, hung up on their wall or, that sticker on their favorite coffee mug, and it just brings them right back.
I get approached at shows by people that know me that I don't know.
Right.
And they're like, hey, Scott. And I'm like, hey, like, and they're telling me about their experience or I got my shirt. I love it. It's my favorite. Um, and so that's pretty nice. I guess that's kind of what it feels like to be famous or a celebrity for 5 seconds, to be recognized without really knowing that other person. It's kind of
Right.
So how would
What do you,
somebody? Oh, go ahead, Jeffrey.
I was just going to ask, oh, it's a little bit different subject, so you go ahead.
No, no, that's fine.
What do y'all know about a sticker con, and like where are you? I'm assuming y'all are somewhat involved with that, about like the origin of that, or if, I mean, tell us a little bit about your experience with sticker con, or how you learned about it, where it came from, or who. How does that always end up popping up? Because these things, I think, for myself, and I know other fans probably take this stuff for granted. Like, oh yeah, sticker con's over there, and this is over there. But this stuff all takes work, and it takes planning, and it takes coordination, and some sort of structure. So, I mean, have you all ever been involved with that, or you have friends that run that?
There's definitely a foundation of people that try to make sure each show has its sticker con. And Jeff Morris, uh, we mentioned earlier, he was instrumental in a lot of those over the years. And Graham Hall was another that was there in the early days and still helps organize them to today. But it's just a handful of us that look at each city and try to make sure something's happening, even if none of us are going.
Right.
Well, it's like this. We all know a lot of people, and there's only 3 days to see
Right.
everybody, and you can't like plan to see everybody. So what you can do is if a venue's large enough and they're willing to let us come in and they know they're going to make a boatload of money because Panic Community drinks, um, that it's a perfect combination. They're going to make money. We get to hang out, and everybody gets to see everybody. And I mean, some people like myself will bend at them, but it wasn't created for that. It was really just created for people to get together, make stickers, trade stickers, and it kind of proliferated out of that, I think.
I was gonna ask how people could find your art and support you. So Threadless, is that the name of the website?
Brad's got his own. I mean, you put in your own little. I think his is
It's a little tricky
yeah.
because you can't search. They don't let you find our shops if you just search for us. I don't know what it takes for them to officially put you into their searchable database, but we could probably put the links somewhere, available. But it's mine's called "I'm So Brad," like I'm so glad, I'm so Brad, but you're not gonna find it probably without a link.
Well, yeah,
I think
send
if
me
you
the
went,
links and I'll put them on the podcast description and
Perfect.
put it on top of our faces. I'd like to check out your stuff. Some of your stickers just floor me, and unfortunately, I only keep probably like 5 stickers from each run, and I don't know what it is, but we always connect at the very end. You and me, Brad, like we'll see each other at the very end, and you just slap like 6 stickers in my hand, and usually those are like the 6 I keep. They're so good.
I
Thank you.
credit Brad because Brad's like, dude, why don't you put your stuff up on Threadless? And I just was like, I don't want to do it. It's going to take too long. I keep
Hey,
fluffing him
I
up.
knew it'd be a good project for you that, you just creatives need an outlet, and that's what this is just, I'd have all these ideas just backlogging in my head and it just doesn't feel good. It's like you got to be able to, let them out and stretch them out and see where they go and stuff. And it's a blessing to have people, fellow creatives to bounce ideas off of, to make them better and fine tune them.
And it's free. There's literally no investment.
Right.
They literally provide you everything you need as far as like you create a design and then you could choose what you want to put it on. You want to display it on a shirt, a sticker, a magnet, a shower curtain, a phone case, you name it. And then
Even a sticker.
and a sticker, right? And then you try to manipulate the art, and then they have mock-ups and it just puts it up there, and that's it. People go and they search and they pick out what they want. It's out of your hand.
There's like 6 different kinds of shirts too.
Women's, I'm gonna write to them. They need pet stuff. They're missing the boat on pet stuff.
Flags.
Flags, yeah. They
These
have
are
a
great.
skateboard. You could buy a skateboard.
It's true.
Puzzle,
Pretty cool.
shower curtains, duvets. I mean, it's crazy. Hoodies,
Oh
jacket,
my.
shorts, leggings. I made something because here's the thing. Like for the girls especially, I think women, especially when it comes to merch, get kind of sidelined. It's either unisex or guys, but there's usually not stuff exclusively made for women. And here, that's not the case because they they have all these fitted shirts and the stuff you want to wear, not not just like makeshift.
They got comfort colors. They got I forget who does the tri-blend, but it's the nice brands. It's not just cheap stuff. And they got great deals that are always happening.
Yeah,
I mean, you can buy designs on a shirt for $12 sometimes.
Wow. I'm excited. New spot because I know Etsy is a big place people go, but giving fans an opportunity to support other fans and their art and get a cool item out of it.
Mm-hmm. At a good price.
Do fans ever contact you and say, like, I want to hand out a sticker at an upcoming run? Can you help me create it?
I do that to Scott all the time.
That's Scott all the way. And then when they ask me, I say, I can get you in touch with Scott.
Like right after Halloween, as a huge Black Sabbath fan, I was like, I inspired, and I made, when I knew that there was the opportunity to make stuff exclusively for women, I took the opportunity, and these came out. I thought this came out superb. As a, I think someone's bought them. I think a couple people have actually bought them, but I thought those came out pretty good. I don't know who could see the chat right now, but I dropped them in there for you to see.
Oh, I think I have seen people wearing these.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Let me.
These leggings?
Yeah, I'm going to share the screen here.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
So there's the front and then the side.
I would
Those are rowdy.
I would flip out if I saw a girl wearing that at the show.
I'll wear them if you gift them to me.
I'll happily ship you. Well, I will just order it for you because they just charge me whatever base price is. I don't know how much they are. I think they're like $30. I don't think they're.
Oh, nice.
Much. But like Brad said, they don't use it's not like it's all coming from Temu. They use real brands. I searched it up because I was like, I'm not going to put all my stuff up here if they're just going to sell cheap iron-on T-shirts and make money off of my artwork.
And you look at the people that do use it. I mean, like Lucchesi. I mean, he's not going to use something that isn't quality too, and that's what gave me faith in ordering in the first place, was just seeing who was using it and knowing that it had to be all right. And then once I got my stuff from him, that the first time, I loved all his stuff so much, I knew that I had to get my stuff up on there. And then I've gotten other artists, the guy that did the characters on Tuesday in the very intro, like where they're all cartoons, like Ward, what's his first name? But he didn't have a shop, and I went on there and got him to start a shop, and now he's got a bunch of his fish stuff on there, and he's yet to put any Panic. That was my goal in getting him to do it, but there's still time, and you can get fish riding the hot dog at this point, though. And he's actually a big political cartoon guy, so he just was on The Simpsons this year. In their intro, they copied his viral character that's like this weirdo that looks through a window, and it's gone viral with the kids these days, and he didn't even know it. He just, all of a sudden, people were wearing it, and he's like, oh, this character is struck with the new generation, and then The Simpsons picked it up. So
wow.
But anyways, yeah, I mean, a lot of people use Threadless, and it's people like that even.
I wanted to, Emily, is it all right if I show them the New Year's stamp?
Sure. Yeah.
This will
So,
air post New Year's, so everyone will have seen it, so you're
uh,
safe.
so
Yeah, we need to post the stamp anyways, too. It's going to be in red. And yeah.
the challenge is always that it's got to be made in one color, right? Because stamp is self-inking.
Right.
Oh,
So cute.
that's neat.
Yeah,
A little
they're
fox.
not. They're not usually this cutesy. I
They're
went
so.
cute.
This one's so cute.
They're usually
Fox
not.
on the rocks.
Yeah.
Now I want to go.
I love that style of champagne glass.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't put them in a flute glass. I tried.
No.
It's like it's not going to work.
Too skinny.
Yeah. I'm working on the playa one now too. So that one's going to be a
Yeah.
little more risque.
And
Ooh.
Scott's so good. Like he showed the stamp to the group, and one girl was like, "Can he have a top hat?" And 2 seconds later, boom! Like this stamp is what you see.
Fits well.
So it's nice that we all
It
collaborate
does.
on this and that.
Well, I have to credit nearly everyone I deal with because more often than not, the fans like other people's ideas. I just happen to do the artwork. Sometimes when I make something that I come up with, they're not nearly as popular as when there's somebody else's. And that's fine. I'm perfectly okay with that. But I wouldn't have been able to make that if someone hadn't had that creative genius that maybe I didn't think of.
Like this shirt that I'm wearing.
Right.
This
Exactly.
was Scott's. I said, I want a salt life fish and salt life font. And he's like, well, salt life font doesn't really exist, but I know what you want. And boom,
Mm.
because it's Florida, panic. It's just, I thought it was perfect.
Emily, so we both got Scott's designs on tonight.
Amazing. Well, guys, I mean, this has been such an awesome discussion. I think just to kind of wrap us up, is there one last thing you just want to share or say?
Oh, I was just grabbing a bunch of them that I had done over the years just to kind of show you what a few of the stamps have looked like. I'm just dropping them in real quick.
Okay.
Well,
Do it. I think
Brad,
it's neat
Emily, is
how
there
it,
anything?
it's
Go
like a
ahead.
cascading effect, of like the band is obviously this cornerstone of inspiration. Who knows what inspires the band? I mean, that's like going to like this metaphysical level of what they're channeling and what's
well, they're
inspiring
obviously
them,
creative
and
too.
then that's inspiring y'all. But it's not just an individual thing, it's like this is kind of a collective. But to have that go, these steps of inspiration all like cascading down, and then y'all are like this really an important conduit for these ideas and these bits of art that are one of a kind. So I am definitely here for it. Oh, nice. Tacos are cheap.
All right, Harold.
All of oh wait, I don't want to spoil. Are you gonna try and pull these up? There you go,
Yeah, I
Danny's
got
on
them
it.
up. Okay, so this is the first one.
This is just a handful of them. There's a bunch more. Oh, sorry, that one's small.
That's okay. Oh, Milwaukee.
Well, it was inspired by the Laverne and Shirley kind of
Sure,
thing. That's the
yeah.
Laverne,
Yeah, right. Pink way.
that's the Beacon one where I met Emily.
That was
Oh,
my
their
first
five-night
stamp.
run.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a good one.
was
Oh, nice. The
inspired by
sometimes
uh,
train.
like an old subway token.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, because they played at the baseball stadium.
Well, they played at MGM. It was a venue right next to the stadium. It would have
Yeah.
been really cool if they played at Fenway, though.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
no,
that
yeah,
that
like
wouldn't have
right
sold
next
out.
door.
No, that wouldn't have sold out.
That
Ooh.
one's cool.
It's definitely a challenge in trying to get as much detail in without it mudding up because if the line is
Right.
thin,
Yeah, I
they
was
don't.
thinking that with the planets, with the ink.
And
Yeah,
it's
I don't
small
know.
Stamps
too.
are definitely a little tricky.
Picking the right color that's gonna pop on that.
Now I want
Yes.
to send my passport to Candace and tell her all these runs to stamp for me. This one's great. I didn't even know that.
Cinco de Mayo there.
Yeah,
Right.
A lot of
Uh,
times at
I took
StickerCon,
out the notes and put in the little tacos.
And they played
That
on a
note
tennis
eater,
court, so I love the racket.
yeah, the note eater. I've dressed that note eater up to look and do so many different things for so many. It's great.
He's played a lot
yeah,
of
for
parts.
Chicago, you had with hot dogs.
Gamecocks.
Oh yeah.
For the Black Sabbath, you did the bats.
Yes,
Wow.
that one came out
That
really
one's
good.
awesome.
Oh, I love this one.
That was one of my
That one
favorites.
is.
Oh, you can get that one, Danny. You were there.
I know.
Yeah, that one's in
I need a
brown.
passport.
Do you see the little WSP pin up in the top hand corner there?
Yeah, here.
Oh yeah.
See, like that's an Easter egg. Like that might not even show up in the stamp.
Right. That
It
would look
doesn't.
really cool with the ink.
I'm looking at mine right now.
Unbelievable.
That's a masterpiece right there.
Thank you.
Oh, these all
You
are.
are
I mean, it's
welcome.
incredible.
It is incredible.
Yeah, and I hope to do hundreds more because it's just an opportunity to talk to friends and stay involved, part of the community.
You also do all the ticket stubs, ticket
Yeah, I'm not
stub
really sure how
stickers.
that's going to go anymore now that
At least you did.
yeah, they clamped down on the whole using the band's name. And Jeff Morris and I were punching out since like New Year's 2022, actually. Basically, they looked like old concert tickets, kind of like the
The
makeshift,
Ticketmaster
like a Ticketmaster,
printout,
right?
like the ones you got at the department store in the 90s.
Right. But I kind of customized them, whether it was, something colorful in the background or something off to the side or whatever. But yes, indeed, it does said widespread panic. It's not like it was a design, it's just the type, but band doesn't want you to do that. So
Did
You'll
you
just have
get
to
a
write
cease and desist?
JB and the Panics on there.
yeah, or something, or
That's what
I might just shoot with WSP or Panic,
Right.
we'll see. I don't
Call
know.
it,
JB
well,
and the Panic.
at Panic and apply a dose on one of the flyers that the hotel printed. They called it white spread panic. So that's very
I
it
call
was
it
an
white bread
accident.
picnic sometimes.
Or
Or widespread pancakes.
I actually think we haven't ever done this, but I wish we could take over a Waffle House for a sticker con. I just think that would be
Man, that would be amazing.
Maybe in Birmingham.
perhaps. I mean, we're not going to be able to do the mushroom anymore. The mellow mushroom's
I was
closing.
just thinking.
St. Augustine, which is
Yeah.
brutal.
Well, instead of a food truck, we just have the booze truck would have to come and sit outside the Waffle House. And
Yeah, that is true. We would
If it's in Louisiana, that will be allowed.
Yeah, Alabama. Yeah, we'll figure that out. We just need like a keg.
BYOB.
No, I
Change the
I
time
think
to StickerCon to
if they
4
well, they're
a.m.
not going back to the Orion this time, but the next time they do, I think we just take over some conference room at the Holiday Inn there or Top Golf. There's plenty of alcohol at Top Golf.
Yeah.
Well, the sticker cons at Playa, they take it to the next level. You feel like you're walking into a real like a con, like one of these a Comic Con.
Yeah.
Comic
An
Con
actual
or something.
convention. It's more than a
Convention
card
center.
game.
Yeah, you walk in, there's like 6 tables set up and more people than ever. I mean, because there's just more people there and we don't have anywhere else to go and just everything's central. And so there's just, and then the amount of stuff people, and you talk about fan art, that's like the mecca like you're talking about every single person almost that comes to Playa has something that they're like, because they know they're going to get something. So, you just kind of want to have something to hand back. And so, I mean, I've never gotten more stickers any other place. And it's not just stickers. You get, then there's the bag to put the stickers in that says Panic in La Playa on it with zipper and everything. You get bracelets and pins, and I got like three different postcards that go together, with art on it that this guy put together, and he's just handing those out. I mean, it's there's amazing fan art at Playa, and that's another reason to go, I'd say, for anyone.
Like when people come home and then they post their take, they just throw them on
Oh,
the bed, and there's like 200 stickers.
Yeah, fills the whole king bed.
Yeah, and I'm
It's
like,
like
I
we
mean,
I'm
did
looking
after
through the picture going, that's mine. That's mine.
yes, Scott has his fingerprints over 50% of the
Wow.
stickers out there, I would say.
I think last year's Playa, I did 27 different designs for people.
Wow.
And you charge people to do that?
Yeah, but not much. $30, $50.
Wow.
Really depends. Like if it's
Boy,
gonna
I got
take
tons of ideas.
the one I know that took off the most that they know about is it's called the back catalog. If you're familiar with Pink Floyd's back catalog picture.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Do you know the Panic one? Did you ever see it?
Yeah, I did. I finally got
all the
one.
albums.
I made that for Playa, I think it was like 4 years ago. And that one, like thousands of people were liking it. Like people were taking it and putting it up as their Facebook cover photo. And yeah, that's definitely been the most popular one that I've done. At least as far as Playa goes.
And the silhouette.
Oh yeah, and your silhouette for Dave. I mean, Dave changed his gear because Bradford took a picture of him. I think you were backstage, weren't you?
No, this is just out front, St. Augustine. You're close. It's so close there. And but yeah, it just happened. I was just happened to get him facing Dwayne, turned around, and then he shared it. And once it was got his approval like that, I knew there was something there, and so I'm like got Scott to make it into the silhouette like Hauser, and
because the grimace just wasn't cutting it as far as I was concerned.
You're talking about
yeah, I
old
called
school
that
schools versus the new school
Yeah,
schools.
well, the one
like a South Park.
it was
character.
clearly him. I just it was very flattering, and I think the new version that Bradford presented me with really showcases Dave. Still, it's him, but it in a much more positive light, I think.
And that's what he uses on his picks.
Yes.
Now it's
those are like the 2.0 picks.
Oh, for sure.
When he's laying back.
Mm-hmm.
What about the JB? So, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say there was how they keep their picks in their mic stands or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Someone was close enough and took a picture once and showed them. It might have been you, Brad.
I've seen them in pictures. It's amazing.
There's a close up of the mic stand where I was like, man.
There it is.
I got my first
Wow,
Dave pick
that's huge.
at the cap.
It's like getting your sticker on their gear. Like if you see their and you see the sticker on. I did something for my friend Priscilla. Any of you have ever watched
Priscilla?
Do you know Seinfeld, the George, where he's the picture of him on the couch with the underwear? So she asked me to put Dwayne on that picture. And Dwayne has a stand near his drum kit where he puts the song list, and my sticker is on that.
That's good. I'm glad he could take it and with a grain of salt, not get offended.
Oh, none of them do. I mean, the things that we do to
wasn't there like one of the members wearing like this kind of Borat G-string thing at one of the Playas that didn't go over so well, that I think got politely
Well,
asked to not be distributed. I don't know if you
Yeah.
know anything.
I think that person was asked to leave as well. But on that note,
Yes,
there are rules, like when you're making
right.
fan art, and maybe that's a good topic. Like I think we just mentioned Scott talking about using the full name. And yeah, we want to encourage everyone to make fan art out there. And I think that's one thing as we leave, we want to tell everybody to go out there and make your own sticker so that,
definitely
you
respect
know,
and
on that level though, you're not supposed to use the full name. We use
and
Right.
WSP is the option there. WP is theirs, even though I don't think they're really using that anymore. And WSP was their first. They used it in their first logo. They just released as a patch. It's a
I think it looks like STP, right?
Like SMP,
no,
it's like the
it's
paint
it's a
can.
fish.
Oh, is it a fit? I didn't know that. I haven't seen
It
that.
looks, and you think it's for fish, but it's WSP
I haven't
with
seen
a fish, and it's super old school, and this guy at Red Rocks this year is younger than me and had an original shirt from like the '80s when this came out. But either
Wow.
way, they're kind of um, reusing that WSP these
They
days.
just trademarked, or they're trying to trademark the Note Eater, but they only within the last year or two started incorporating it as part of their artwork. It was exclusively fan art, as far as I know.
It was seen on the bathroom urinal wall, like I think schools saw it out west somewhere in a urinal on the wall.
I
Is
like
the
it.
is what I heard.
That
Yeah,
was scribbled on the wall.
yeah.
Hmm.
And then I
It's
took
like
a
a. It
picture of
looks
it.
like a bastardized
Coco, it's a
Coca.
Cocopelli.
It's a
Yeah, right.
Cocapelli,
It's a
yeah.
Cocapelli. So Cocapelli plays the music, and then the note
Right.
eater is running behind him, eating up the
Okay. All right.
notes.
All right.
Well, this is their. This to me, that's their steal your face.
Absolutely.
100%. Yeah, the note eater is unmistakable.
The stomach, perfect for changing things, just like the Steely, change it
Right.
to whatever suits you.
Tacos.
And the little notes, they're kind of like the little dancing bears almost. They're just these cute little
Hmm.
animated objects, like
Mikey's
some of
silhouette
the
too. Mikey's silhouette too
posters
is
that have.
you know I know Chip Townsend, I think, was the first to really kind of popularize that, and that kind of just got stolen, and everybody, I don't, people don't
He
all use it, but a lot of people use it.
And I think he put it out there pretty
He
much
did.
to.
He made it like public domain.
And
So
with the schools, I'm feeling the same way. It's like I don't necessarily want to give you my file, but it's out there enough now that if anybody wants to use it, I mean, they certainly can find it and use it, and I'm not going to take any
I
offense.
don't give it
yeah, and
away.
you're all right with Dave using it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I
So
approve Dave
that's good.
fully.
I told him, I said, this is good. This is better than what you have, isn't it? And he agreed.
So you spoke with him about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I sent it to him with the idea, and I said, "Let me know if you need the file." And then the day went by, and he said, "Let me get that file."
Oh yeah, that's awesome, bro. Good job. Thank you for
How
your
many
service.
how many fans can say that they did something exclusively for the band that they use because you made it?
The
Okay,
band
and then
can
what
be
about the JB
true.
one when he has his arms like in his Mr. Soul pose? The JB silhouette, the one that's in the window pane in your
I don't
iron
know
pane,
who made that one.
because that's absolutely
Is that not
characteristic.
yours, Scott?
I created it from something, but I don't know if I didn't do it from a photograph. I don't remember where I got it from.
Hmm.
Uh,
Because you can't miss on that one. Well, it's almost like we need a silhouette for each band member that's just unmistakable, like a
Scott
Nike,
has them.
a Nike swoosh for
right.
each guy.
I
I mean,
mean,
that'd be cool. Just a sticker that just had those six squares, or a
uh,
t-shirt that just had the six
I
squares.
agree. I think
Just the six silhouettes.
uh,
Boom. Or like a six pack of
Yeah.
stickers, one of each.
here. Look, um,
I feel like we should start wrapping up a little bit.
Yeah.
Emily, do you have anything else you want to share with the audience or with us?
So the band and the crew and Hoffman, they all have passports. So when you kiss a run, you get to find Eric Draper at the merch table, and he'll have like a stack of like 30 or 40, and you just go through and, you know, stamp away. And it's really cool. Like, you don't know whose passport's whose, but it's kind of awesome feeling to know that you're stamping their passports too, and that they go back and look at the designs. And yeah, and Hoffman too. Hoffman always has
I
his
know he's
passports.
really big into it.
Very approachable.
Amazing.
I dropped in the picture for you to see in the chat of all the stickers.
Brad, do you have anything else you want to share?
I mean, like I said, on my way out, I just want everybody to join us in this, and you know, find an avenue and get your creative spark and put something out there. You know, it's fun. It's builds community. You meet people. You never know what somebody's going to give you back for that sticker, especially in the panic community. So, yeah, it's just something to keep in mind, and look forward to seeing y'all out there.
Not everybody can create the final piece, but a lot of people can come up with really cool ideas. And whether it's me, there's a lot of other creatives out there, you know, get your idea out there and don't be afraid to get it out there, you know. And then,
Now you got AI. I mean, I'm not trying to take away from anyone either, but at that point, you can at least, you know, how many times do you need, even if you have an idea, you say, well, can you draw it or something? You sketch it. You know, now someone can just go into AI and get a, you know, AI is not perfect by any means. So, you know, you get a rough draft
Yeah.
there, you give it to Scott, he dials it in, you're trading stickers.
Bada
I've
boom,
met a
bada
lot of
bing.
people that way. They're like, I've been wanting to make a sticker forever, or I've had this idea in my head forever, but I just don't have the tools or the means. So it's definitely given me lots of opportunities, and I hope to get more, you know, because I love
Well,
what I
thank
do.
you all so much.
Yeah. Fun.
Yeah, thanks for everything you guys do for the community. It's amazing.
And y'all as well.
Yeah, exactly. This is wonderful. I think what you guys are doing is super awesome, and just one more way to connect.
Thank you.
What it's all about.
This has been a production of We Are the Lucky Ones, a 501c3 nonprofit organization built by fans and built for fans. Keep on keeping on. Take care of each other out there, and we'll see you at the show. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks even more for listening.